Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review, and reviewing another Scooby-Doo movie. And this one I would say it's one of my favorites, and especially this was one of the earlier Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movies. So this one was released back in 2001, and this one from 2001 is one of my favorites, and that is Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Now, a while back I reviewed one of the other ones I liked was Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Yeah. But this one is one of my favorites as well. And also, I think I also reviewed the Alien Invaders too, so I think I remember before I reviewed Zombie Island as well. My favorites were like the first four ones. Yeah, it was Zombie Island, it was this one, Cyber Chase, Alien Invaders, and the Witch's Ghost. So yeah, my favorites were been like the first four. I think I can't remember. The first four of them was this one. So this is another one of my favorites of the four of the early direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies. This one is I would say is another good one. So it was released in direct-to-video in 2001. And this will be the last film for Scott Innes. Where he both voiced Scooby and Shaggy at the same time, and the same for B.J. Ward, who voiced Velma as well, because she voiced in some other the previous direct-to-video ones as well. But then on there was a Frank Welker who voiced Fred, but also voiced Scooby-Doo as well. So. But Scott Innes also voiced Shaggy. Then since then, Casey Kazam, who voiced Shaggy in the previous stuff as well, like from the original show and so forth, would go on to continue to voice Shaggy until 2009 with the samurai sword one. Yeah. But the voice cast still do a good job. And this film got some positive stuff. It does have a 60% Rotten Tomatoes. I think it has a 6 point something IMDb. I forget though, but I guess this one did get some positive stuff. So, and there's also the one of the Scooby-Doo movies that doesn't that features real supernatural creatures like this one, like the virus. Until the Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King, which I also reviewed. I reviewed Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. Because, how Halloween Night, all the creatures are real, like the Goblin King, the fairies, witches, and all that stuff, so. But, so yeah, from this point until the Goblin King would feature real monsters, so. But in this story here, okay, to get into the story that, there is this college computer school where there's a guy, the professor by the name of Professor Kaufman, and his two students, Eric and Bill. They are working until this creature has come, known as the Phantom Virus, in which they explain it's supposed to be like from this virtual this laser that can transmit to to cyberspace. And Scooby and the gang, they arrive at the place and visit their friend Eric, which he designed this game of the mystery, based on the Mystery Inc. Based on Scooby and the gang, and with and what they also get their friend his friend Bill also who was also a game designer but she does baseball. And until one thing leads to another, they explain about the Phantom Virus, they go searching in the campus for it until the virus appears, which has a weakness with these magnets. These magnets can get them all static, I guess. But they get chased, and there's also this security guard. I forgot what was the security guard's name. Wembley, yeah, Officer Wembley. he gets involved, like he like waits with the first of the two students until when when a mysterious figure, a shadowy hand hits a button and sends our gang into cyberspace. And so they get put into cyberspace. They get to go through they get through the levels. They gets into the Scooby-Doo gang, the Scooby gang. They have to go through all the levels to get the box of Scooby snacks for each level till they get to the very last level. And the first level they go to is the up on the moon. It's a moon level where the Phantom Virus is there, and with the he even gets like a couple of things to help him with, but they have to get the space rover, one of those space vehicles to get on, and one thing to another, they get this box of Scooby snacks and move on to the next level, and this time it's the Roman Colosseum, and they notice that there is this chalk line that's shaped like a diamond, hence like baseball. And the Phantom Virus keeps saying, just like saying, like referencing stuff from baseball, like you're in. Let's introduce to the home team, and let's introduce to the what's the home team, and then the opponent, the opposite team, I think. But he has references to baseball. But and then they get these zombie like gladiators. And they try to pull it. Shaggy and Scooby, they try to pull it to the sky. It's like, oh, make way for Emperor Scooby and all that, but didn't work out. But and there was also this lion. They also releases this lion where Freddy does with the thing where with bowls like Toro, but the lion stops because what? Because mythology. Leo, one of those mythical, look at the stars, or Greek mythology, I think. Leo, fighting for the lions, so he was like, Leo. But they get the box of Scooby snacks and they move on to the next level, and that's the prehistoric age, the dinosaurs. And they're not sure where to find the Scooby snacks at a place this big, and when they're in a cave, they see a drawing of a picture of a volcano, and that hints where where the next box of Scooby snacks are. So they head towards the volcanoes, riding woolly mammoths, and through the virus, he's riding a T-Rex. They climb up the volcano, and when Scooby puts into the pterodactyl nest, that's where the box of Scooby snacks are. He gets that, and they move on to the next level, which you get a musical note where they're going from one level to the next, so that the way the film doesn't take that long from going each one to know. So they quickly go to each level via music montage, like one the North Pole, under the sea, Egypt. There was another one. I think was it also in China. It was China as well. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was. Because it had a samurai in it. I think. Yeah. No, that's samurai. That's Japan. I think it was Japan. Until they get to the last level, and it seems like it's a duplicate of the city, but they're still in the world, and the virus appears like you're in the major leagues now, and they hide into the malt shop, and that's where they meet their cyber counterparts, which they're wearing the old clothes they wore from the old show. Well, Shaggy looks the same, but the cyber Scooby has a red collar on, and Shaggy, he pretty much looks the same. Velma kind of looks the same, but Daphne and Fred, they wore the old clothes they wore in the old show. What Daphne says, did I wear that skirt with those shoes? And Fred's like, hey, nice ascot. So they explain about the virus, and they head towards the amusement park. That's, I suppose, where the last box of Scooby snacks are. And then they see someone at the batting cage, and that's the virus. and as they're running, they meet with some of the old villains that the gang has unmasked from the past. First one, the Creeper, and then the Tar Monster, Gator Ghoul, Jaguaro, and Iron Face. It was cool to see those villains come back, and then they all split up. Each one has the one monster to deal with. Like the Shaggies, they have the Tar Monster. The Freds have the Gator Ghoul. Velmas have the Iron Face. The Scoobies have the Jaguaro, and then the Daphnes have the Creeper. And they get a little each back and forth with them trying to take out each monster until the virus, and then which the last box of Scooby Snacks is in the arcade. But Shaggy, he had one of those magnets that he had on him before they got beamed into cyberspace, and they say that the cyber game is affected by it just like how it is with the virus. So they decided they wanted them to stay back because of the magnet, so they head in the arcade, and where the Scooby-Doo game is, but the virus is there. He's like the last boss. It's proven a little difficult. Like the Fred tries to use the magnet, but of course, but Scooby's taking his precious time, But eventually, they lose the magnet, and Fred gets caught in the wire, the wires, and the Cyber Scooby comes in, tries to make a distraction, while the real Scooby goes to the snacks, in which he does, and the virus disappears, the monsters disappear, and now it's time for the gang to head back home, and not before they say a goodbye to their counterparts. And which back then, I will admit, it was a little bit sad to see them say goodbye to each other. I will admit that, though, because back then I thought that was a sad moment, but I don't think it is now, though. But I will just say back then I did think it was a sad part to see them say goodbye. But it is a little it is a little sympathetic moment. So they leave, and the Cyber Scooby says, "Bye, Scooby," until they head there. They're transported back into the lab. They were wondering what was behind the whole Phantom virus, and which the clues they give them that the virus kept on referencing stuff from baseball. Like I said, play ball, appear in the batting cage, seeing all the references to baseball, and then like Eric, their friend Eric, was like, "All I'm getting is that the virus had a thing for baseball," and Bill, he's the one who's behind it because he's the one who designed, like, his game was a baseball game, so he designed the virus because that's why it had all these baseball references. And Scooby trips him and gets arrested, but the reason why, because the professor didn't pick his project. Yeah, so yeah, his project is, we could comparison, Scooby-Doo is better than playing baseball, so that's why he did it. And he's the one who beat him to cyberspace. And he's like, the prize would have been all mine if it wasn't, and then the gang finish off the sentence, us meddling kids. And then they eat bite to eat, as usual. And they get to play the game online, they see the gang there, and as usual, Scooby says his usual finisher liner, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And after the credits, like, our gang, it's like after the movie, they explain their favorite parts of the movie was. So. But I enjoy Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. This is a fun, one of the fun direct-to-video movies. To me, one of the best. Like I said, my favorite is the first four, which is like Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, and The Witch's Ghost, this film, Alien Invaders. So it was another fun one. And what I can say is just that the voice cast did a good job. For the animation back when 2011 was fine. Like says the final level, it was nice to see the Creeper, Iron Face, Jaguaro, and the Tar Monster from the old show. And so the film is 89 minutes and it's definitely easily paced, definitely. Features has behind the scenes documentary making of the movie. Scott Innes, the Scooby and Shaggy Love to Eat music video, virtual detective. So, well, the making of it was fine. And Scott Innes, like I said, who voiced Shaggy and Scooby, is the last film he does until Casey Sam came back to do it to take over. But I still enjoy the film. So yeah, so that's my review on Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. I definitely give it a thumbs up for this one. I enjoy the film, especially a fan of Scooby-Doo growing up, you know, watching the old cartoons. Definitely a part of my childhood I enjoyed. So yeah, that's my review on Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Definitely a good one. If anyone hasn't seen it, check it out. Thanks for watching and stay tuned on the next movie review. Later.